What if doctors told you you had only 2 years to live? This is not fiction. This is the story of Stephen Hawking, the man who proved that even when the body breaks, the mind can still touch the stars. January 8th, 1942. While World War II shook Europe, a baby was born in Oxford, England, exactly 300 years after Galileo's death. His name was Stephen Hawking. No one knew this quiet child would one day change how we understand the universe. Stephen wasn't the neatest student. His handwriting was messy. His grades were average. But his curiosity was extraordinary. He loved mathematics and science. He built small computers from spare parts with his friends. He wanted to understand time, space, and how everything began. At 17, Stephen entered Oxford University. He found classes easy and often felt bored. Instead of studying all the time, he enjoyed rowing and debating big questions about existence. But deep inside, he knew he wanted to study the universe. At age 21, while studying at Cambridge, Stephen began stumbling and slurring his speech. After medical tests, doctors gave him devastating news: ALS, a disease that slowly paralyzes the body. They said he might only live 2 years. The world suddenly felt smaller. His dreams seemed to fade. At age 21, while studying at Cambridge, Stephen began stumbling and slurring his speech. After medical tests, doctors gave him devastating news: ALS, a disease that slowly paralyzes the body. They said he might only live 2 years. The world suddenly felt smaller. His dreams seemed to fade. Depressed and afraid, Stephen nearly gave up. But something changed. He fell in love. He got engaged. He realized life was still worth living. Instead of surrendering to fear, he returned to his research with new determination. Stephen focused on one of the universe's greatest mysteries: black holes. Most scientists believed nothing could escape them. But Stephen made a shocking discovery. Black holes slowly release tiny particles of energy. This became known as Hawking radiation, one of the most important discoveries in modern physics. As years passed, his body grew weaker. He lost the ability to walk. Then he lost his natural voice after surgery. But technology gave him a new one, a computer speech synthesizer. That robotic voice would become one of the most recognizable sounds in the world. In 1988, he published A Brief History of Time. The book explained black holes, time, and the Big Bang in simple language. It became a global bestseller and stayed on the Sunday Times list for years. Stephen Hawking was no longer just a scientist. He was a global icon. Stephen appeared on television shows, met world leaders, and inspired millions of disabled people around the globe. He proved that physical limits do not define intellectual power. Despite predictions of only 2 years to live, he survived more than 50 years with ALS. On March 14th, 2018, the world said goodbye to Stephen Hawking. But his words still echo. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. His body was limited, but his mind explored the cosmos. And through his work, humanity now understands the universe a little better.